Hi everyone, it's me, your girl Icy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited because I finally get to unbox something really special. This is the Rainbow High Airbrush and Create doll. She's brand new to my collection and I actually got her as a birthday gift, which makes this even more exciting for me to finally unbox her. Don't mind the changed background. My usual setup is one colored, and that's actually the backside of this. This is my doll room where I take my Instagram pictures. We ignore the beautiful mess over here. It's like an outside thing which I still is under construction. The main room looks a bit better, which you will see as soon as I will unbox this beauty. Anyways, let's take a look at the packaging first. On the front you can already see the doll with her gorgeous curly hair and the airbrush set right next to her. And on the sides we have the other two variants of girls you can get. And on the other side panel we have different designs and explanations how this entire airbrush feature works. And on the back you can see even more details about how the airbrush works and the idea behind the set. And I love how colorful they go with the box and the details to show us how the doll could look. I will not color the doll this way, I will look what I can find. Anyways, I have turned her back around so that we can see the doll again for a short period of time in box, because I am going to unbox her because I cannot wait any longer. I actually have this doll for a few days now, and now I finally get the time to unbox her, so I'm very hyped to unbox her finally. So I'm gonna pause and unbox her, and I will display her and talk about her different features once I have unboxed her. So give me a quick minute. I'm going to unbox her and present her nicely. Okay, I'm back, and here she is out of the box. She is wearing this all white outfit that's like already established in the Color and Create theme that they have going on. And the thing is, the clothing pieces, we haven't seen those. They are actually entirely new to the Color and Create series. And as usually they are like the blank canvas. You can wash the markers out, you can wash the color out of them, exactly like all of the other clothes that you have with her. Not with her, but the others, like she comes with only those pieces. I'm gonna get her a bit closer to show you them in a close-up because I love her the most, and I'm so happy that I got her because the others are cute too, but I love the clothes of this one the most. Okay, so I brought her a bit closer, and the main thing I want to talk about is actually this cropped sweater thingy. It looks like it's two pieces, but it is sewn together in the armpits and in the back, so it is sadly one piece. It would have been cool if it were like two pieces. The pants are one big piece also. Like they have this extra rim, but as you can see on the back, they are sewn in as well. I don't know if this is actually usable or not. Let's take a look. It feels like this could work. You can fiddle around, not one-handed like me right now, but you could pull this a bit tighter, but I don't think this is really tightly pullable. I love the very subtle golden accents, like the R on the top, and for the sweater thingy, this is actually pullable. And the same is on here. So I love the very slight golden accents. The pants are very, very baggy, and I absolutely love that. I love the stripes on here as well. And yeah, I think those are, in my opinion, almost the coolest clothing pieces that we could have gotten in a new Color and Create lineup. Now, I did put her back on her stand. The stand is, by the way, not included because they start taking the stand away from us so we can get those gimmicks, which I'm going to tell you later about. Because right now I want to talk about her hair. Her hair is like, it's fresh out of the box, okay? And but I still love it that we get this curly hair texture, because like, yeah, it's not looking that great, but it's like super poofy, it's super curly, and I really love that. I already have a few ideas on how to make her hair look a bit better. Actually, I want to go and give her like maybe one big or two cute little space buns. I haven't decided that yet. And there is absolutely no gel in her hair whatsoever, except for the front part. They are like gelled a bit so that they stay curly. But as always, it's super easy to wash that out. I usually just go with a cheap shampoo and use that to wash the gel out of the Rainbow High hair. Her hair feels like nylon, so it's nothing new to Rainbow High, because they use nylon in all of their dolls. I haven't seen a doll with not nylon hair. They are pretty consistent in that terms. Now that we have covered her clothing pieces and her hair, we are finally going to her face and the articulation and her body. And her face, in my opinion, is super stunning. She has this very, very lightly blue colored eyes. I don't think that I have another doll with this exact eye color. I really love it, so I love her that she is in my collection now. Besides that, she is having freckles all over. Like on her face, those freckles are very, very subtle, but they are still noticeable. She is supposed to be an albino, which is why she's having like those white edges and her white eyebrows, and also the very, very pale skin. And as I said, she does not have the freckles only in her face, but all over her body, which I will show you right now. She also has like body blushing. It's not that stark on camera, but it is very stark in person. It's very, very peachy, and she has freckles all over her body. The easiest way I can show this is with putting the clothes up. She has the usual articulation for the soft reboot Rainbow High dolls, which means like she has no wrist articulation and she has no upper thigh articulation. Like I cannot twist the leg more than this. The other ones you can twist the leg a lot more. And something new as well is that she's not having sorry, I had to zoom out. She's not having the same skin tone as any of the other characters that we have gotten so far. She has the lightest skin tone so far, and it's entirely new. We don't have a super light doll with this pale of skin and this pale of with freckles on her. So I will compare her later to Delilah and Victoria, which are also very pale. And because I want to do a body swap, so I have to know if I can use Delilah or Victoria. I have not compared them yet, so I will do that live on camera because she was inboxed the whole time, and it's pretty hard to compare her when I cannot put the bodies onto each other. So we're gonna compare that in a few minutes. Oh, and an extra note from myself, which I forgot. I have notes on the left, which you don't see. If Victoria is a fitting fit, then I will body swap them and give her the same clothes that she's wearing right now, the Color and Create girl. Because if the hands and the feet kinda fit, you won't see much of the body anyways, so it could be a fit, but I don't know. I will decide that once I really start comparing them. I'm going to undress her and put her aside for now, because the next thing that I want to present you are the extras and the gimmick itself that came with the doll, but since I want to make a presentation of how the thing actually works, I have to undress her anyways, so I'm gonna do that. For a quick second, I will pause, and because the airbrush thing needs AAA batteries, so I have to pause and do that. Quick, give me a second. Before I get into this, is what the compartment looks on the inside. You need 4 AAA batteries, which I have already prepared, and I'm going to put them in, screw that shut again, and then I can start trying and explaining the entire tool. But I just wanted to show you beforehand how this compartment looks on the inside with the battery. Okay, so I finally assembled the entire thing and I got the batteries in. I don't know if I put them in the right order, but I think so, because it makes a sound when I press on the little button here. We also get like this 4 different colors. It's a blue, a purple, a red, and a yellow. And I don't think that those are special colors, because I have the original Color and Create pens right next to me, and I don't think they look like the same, because to me they just look like the regular pens you can get to color them in. I show you the regular. This is like, whoops, this is the regular Rainbow High pen we get, and this are those special ones. The only thing in difference is that they have a shade to them, which they don't, but the tips of those pencils look to me exactly the same. There's not even like a big height difference, so we will see how the regular pens perform into the little machine. Yeah, so we also get like not those colors in there, but we also get like the shoes are for some reason separated from the dolls so that we can spray them. They have those wiggly lines and at the bottom. Great. Those wiggly lines. And in general, wiggly is the entire theme of the shoe. We got the rainbow design on the back and the slits so that we can actually put the shoes on the doll later on. I don't know if I will color them in or not, because to be honest, these shoes are not the prettiest ones in my opinion, okay? I don't like the shoes as much. And last but not least, we get this little airbrush thingy. Those are actually 2 little pieces, and you can use them in 2 ways. You can either use the little symbols themselves, or the outer stencil, so you can use both parts of the stencil. I'm gonna rip it away and show you what exactly I mean with this. Okay, so this is what I meant with this. You can use either those thingies and put them onto the clothing piece and airbrush around them so that this is actually empty, or you use the other part of the stencil and stick it onto the fabric and use it to airbrush in the inner part, so that you have either a negative or the stencil thing itself. Now the real art piece is to put them back together on here, because I don't know if I want to use this or this to try it onto the actual fabric later on. I think I'm gonna use the moon. I don't know which. I will decide in a few minutes. Just to let you know, the entire thing comes with a big instruction sheet on how to use the airbrush itself and how to treat the dolls and the clothes afterwards, which I'm going to tell you in my words and not with the instructions themselves. If you want to read the instructions, I used the page where the German and the English stuff is on the same page. So this is the upper page of them two and this is the lower page. So the entire thing, but this is the boring part. This is the interesting part, okay? Yeah, so I'm going to explain to you how this works with my own words. So you have those markers. For example, let's use the purple one. And you simply take the cap off and insert it into the chamber, like entirely. Like, this is what they say. And then the color should come out of this little tip thingy here. I don't have anything to test it on, so we will see. No, wait, I will test it beforehand on a few seconds before I make stupid stuff with the cute white clothes for now. So right below my setup there is a little piece of fabric which I tested it on, and now okay, so it works like this. You have the tip, and the closer you put the tip onto the piece of clothing, the more intense or less intense the color will get. And I think I'm going to put on the bow, the butterfly and the moon, but not the outside, the actual, so that it will be a negative. I will do that in a second, and then I will show you how I color it onto the pants. So let's put the bow over here, and maybe the unicorn here. Here is a good space for the unicorn. I hope it stays like that. And yeah, that'll do. So I picked out a few pieces. I chose the unicorn, the moon and the bow. They will come out as negatives because I I airbrush around them. So let's see how this goes. As I said, I tried only on a decoy piece of fabric, so this is how it will look. At the end, in the end, it will look how it looks, okay? So, yep. I accidentally, oh no, I did not. I'm just going to airbrush it simply over the entire moon and over the bow. A bit farther, a bit closer. I don't know. I did not read if I have to let it dry or not, but I just lay it down and I try to look how I can change the color. I also just decided to try out the other method. I wanted to make stars onto one of the sleeves of this. I changed the color to blue, which you can't see, but it will come out blue. I just tested it, and I tried to cover up this because I don't want to have the flower too much on there. I just want to have those two stars. So we see how this goes. Pretty blue, pretty simple. I just messed up there a bit, but I think that's okay because that's part of the airbrush system thingy. So I think I will try the same method, maybe with the stars on the other hand, but like the inner parts on the other sleeve, but I have to prepare that as well. The sticking on is like, it's pretty good actually, so we will see how it works with the stars on the other part. I did put on the stars on the other sleeve, and I'm going to just go over it again. Now I definitely did get my finger Well, whatever. Okay, so now I'm going to remove them from the pants first so that we can see the look. Okay, so I removed them. They came off pretty easily, and I think you can really... It's actually really decent if you press on the little sticker hard enough so that the details come out pretty nice and pretty clean. And this is her hoodie. This is the one side where I filled it in, and this is the side where I did make it the negative version, and I think it looks really, really cute. So now I'm going to try out to use one of the regular colors, since we did not get all colors. We only got blue and yellow, red and purple, and I want to try if I can use orange and green to color them in, and I will show you once I have set that up. Okay, so now I try to go with that Rainbow High logo, and I inserted a red non-airbrush color to try this out. So just to that you will believe me, this is the actual Rainbow High airbrush pen, and this is a regular not brush pen. And I have not tried it out, so you could see that the color would came out instantly. So I'm going to see. Okay, nope. There's nothing happening. You can hear the air, but there is no color coming out whatsoever. I guess that means maybe you have to press it in a bit more, maybe like this. Nope. I made the pen a bit more loosely in there. Maybe it works that way. Nope. Okay, great. Now, as a direct comparison, because this is the red tip, I'm going to use the actual red airbrush pencil to insert it in. Boop. And now I'm going to airbrush over it. Yep, instant color. Instant color. So I guess that has proven my theory of that the usual color and grade markers will not work with the airbrush function. I'm pretty sure they will still color as normally, and I am going to color in the one of the rims of the pants to show you that the color is really still working. Just to prove to you that I'm definitely using a regular red pencil and that I know that it works, is that it will still color in, but it will not function as an airbrush feature. So if you really want to use the airbrush feature, you really have to use the airbrush colors, which are sadly like only 4. I wish they would have given us at least the orange and the green one, but maybe they did not work out as well, which is fine, but it's still a bit sad that we did not get the full range of color, which is really sad, but well, it happens, it happens. Okay, so I just colored it in. Very simple, very, yeah, it's simple, but I think I will put on a few more decor on here. In the instruction it says to, if you really want to have the color removed again, you should not wait more than 24 hours to wash it out, otherwise it will stick to the fabric and will not get out as easy as anticipated. I think that's the right word. So yeah, if I want to redo this design or anything, or if I don't want to, whoops, or if I don't want to have it permanently on here, I will have to wash all of this out, which I will decide on later. But now we do finally come to the part where I start comparing the doll herself to other dolls. So I, first of all, Delilah is the only one dressed right now because she's on my current display, and Victoria is in my storage. And when my dolls are in storage, they don't have anything on because it takes then less space to store them. Anyway, so I think it's clear as day that Victoria is on camera much darker than the Color and Create doll, and in my opinion Delilah is a better fit, but she is too pinkish toned, which I hopefully can show you when I get the doll closer. If I hold them next to each other, I think you can kind of see that Delilah is a bit more pinkish, but they are almost the same in lightness, but yeah, Delilah is a bit more pinkish. And the Color and Create is really the lightest. I cannot compare her to the lightest Series 1 Color and Create doll because I don't have that Color and Create doll yet. I hope that I will get her somewhere soon in the future. But yeah, so I'm going to definitely not rebody the Color and Create with Victoria because they are too much of a skin color difference. Victoria is way too dark. Even though they have both freckles, I cannot use Victoria because it's simply too dark. On the necks, it is just, she's just too dark, okay? So yeah, I'm going to put them both away again and put the Color and Create doll in her final outfit so that I can give you a few final words. Okay, so I played around a bit and her clothes are super colorful. I'm going to show you in detail what I did and how long it took me, because it took a while, but the stickers actually held up pretty good. And it does not feel like the markers are empty at all. So yeah, I'm going to show you in a bit of close-ups what I did to the doll. I purposely did not color in the shoes because she's not going to keep them on anyways. So I put those sticker hearts on her, and I freehanded the color around the hoodie part. I did the same to the sleeves, to the bottom part. On this side I did the stencils as I showed you, and I did the opposite stencils over here. And on her pants I just went full on crazy and tried a lot of different things over those lines, and I tried to make as much as different designs as possible. So here's a heart and a moon. I did try to make it like opposites, like here's the butterfly and here's the outline and here's the moon and here's the outline of the moon. This is a flower, or it's supposed to be a flower. And I did the Rainbow High logos on the butt cheeks. So and I did try to match the Rainbow High waistband to the hearts, and I think over everything, like at all, it took me, I guess, 15 to 20 minutes to place stickers. The sticker sheets, by the way, now look like this, so they are pretty used. I have to put them in the right spots, or at least I always try to put them in the right spots. They still are sticking pretty good, and I think I really did a good job. I think the design is super cute and it looks super good. I probably keep it like this. I did go heavy-handed in some designs. I made it a bit lighter in other designs, but overall I really think this is a fun activity, even if you're just a collector and don't care about the gimmicks. I just wanted to show you what I did now as a design, and I like how it came out. I like the doll, and yeah, I think that's it for the video. I don't have anything more to tell you. I will see in the future if I get her rebodied or not. But yeah, so far, thank you for watching my video, and if you enjoyed this video and my review in general, please leave a like, leave a comment, and press the button to subscribe if you want to see more unboxings in the future. Thank you. Bye!